Sadness is a very broad term, but there may actually be one simple way to describe it. In one way or another, sadness is a feeling of hopelessness. It's when you're getting dragged and juggled around by the weird and random whims of life, and you just can't find a way to make things go your way. It's when things seem hopeless. Now, as you can see from the title, we're going to cover this topic using Sung Jin Woo as a reference. He's a man who went from the weakest hunter in the world to the absolute strongest of them all. There is no other way to go about it. Sung Jin Woo is a classic case of a protagonist going from absolute nobody to literally him. And in this video, we're going to break down how you can also glow up like him. And guys, this is not the usual looks maxing glow up that you see memes about all the time. It's so much more than that. It's about fixing yourself from the ground up. Looks maxing plays a part, but overall, it's life maxing. Yes, not just leveling up your looks, it's about leveling up your entire life. To glow up like Sung Jin Woo, you need to focus on mastering discipline through a structured routine. You'll have to continuously learn and improve, to think strategically, to boost your physical prowess, to build mental resilience, to nurture self-confidence, to embrace adaptability, to actively prioritize self-improvement and emotional intelligence, and to also persistently pursue your goals with a wild grin on your face. Okay, that may have been a little too overwhelming, but make sure to stick around till the end of the video, guys, because we'll follow Sung Jin Woo's example to come up with practical, actionable steps that can help us with all of these and more. But first, you'll have to know yourself. This is what Sun Tzu said at The Art of War. If you know your enemy and know yourself, you need not to fear the result of 100 battles. Well guys, when you're life maxing, your enemy is the embodiment of all your fears and insecurities. Your enemy is you. It is the version of you that desperately clings to the status quo, the version that hates change. But if you understand both your vision for your future and your insecurities, then you need not fear the result of 100 mental battles that you shall inevitably have to fight with yourself. This is why knowing yourself isn't just a quick look in the mirror. It's about really digging deep. You gotta ask yourself what makes you tick, what scares you, and what you're really good at. It's not easy at all because you yourself are the easiest person for your mind to fool. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened to Sung Jin Woo. He was always putting his life on the line to earn enough money to support his bedridden mom and his younger sister. But the moment he became a player, his world shifted. All of these everyday struggles that once seemed to take everything out of him became secondary to the rigorous challenges given to him by the system. Leveling up became the primary focus, and it is by leveling up that Sung Jin Woo was able to protect his sister and save his mother. This is what Sun Tzu means. When you know yourself, you also understand your strength, and that allows you to do what's actually best for you. Of course, this also means that you'll have to come up with daily quests to master discipline. Sung Jin Woo's daily quest included 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. Obviously, not everybody has to start this hardcore, but even 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats, and a 1-kilometer run every day are more than enough for someone who is not physically in the best shape. And along with these daily quests, you can give yourself special tasks once a week or so that would actively make you and your life better. In Sung Jin Woo's, this included all the solo dungeon raids and other things he was told to do by the system. But in your case, it should be something more aligned to you and your life. Of course, if that includes slaying monsters and stacking loot from dungeon raids, then have at it. Okay, so after knowing yourself, the next step is about setting some rules for yourself. When Sung Jin Woo lost and allegedly died in the double lair at the beginning of the story, he changed. From that point onward, he knew that ultimately, the only thing he can rely on is his own strength. Now, this rule doesn't have to be anything too complicated or hardcore. It can be something simple like not engaging in a certain unhealthy behavior or coping mechanism when you feel down, and instead, something that help you calm yourself like going to the gym, a walk, or whatever other healthy behavior you prefer. Over time, your unhealthy coping mechanisms will begin to distort, and you'll have better ways to cope with the struggles that come along the way. If we're to be cheesy, let's think of it like plotting your own story where you're the main character. Your routine is your daily quest. Every day adds up and makes you a bit better than the last. And over time, you'll naturally develop mental resilience. We can't see auras, but we sure as hell project energy. That's why, if you are resilient, disciplined, and prepared, you can take things head on. Sung Jin Woo is the same. The more he leveled up, the more he began to exude a stronger aura. This also goes into making learning itself your weapon. Just like how Sung Jin Woo picked up new skills to beat tougher opponents, you can learn new stuff to tackle tougher life's challenges. Dive into books, maybe find a mentor, watch videos, especially the one we made on Isagi Yoichi, but remember, whether it's acquiring new skills, gaining knowledge, or honing existing skills, it's important to embrace a growth mindset. Plus, each new thing you learn is akin to leveling up in your life. Another crucial aspect of Sung Jin Woo's transformation that you need to take into account for your glow up is his ability to adapt and strategize. When faced with new challenges, he doesn't only rely on his mad skills and raw strength, he also analyzes the situation to either come up with the most effective approach or wait for the right time. An example of this is when Sung Jin Woo reached level 100. He was invited back to the double lair, the place where he died and was reborn as the player. Now, he still had some time before the location was revealed, so he used it to level up more. Even though he was already at level 100, Sung Jin Woo levels up thrice more in the short amount of time he still had before the inevitable return to the double lair. This was everything because he didn't know that the architect was planning on using his body to resurrect the Shadow Monarch. He also didn't know that he won't be able to use his Shadow Soldiers. The system itself was against him in this situation, but the extra leveling up he did gave him the edge that helped him ultimately survive. Now, in our lives, being adaptable means staying open to change and ready to pivot our plans and strategies in response to the unpredictable nature of life. It's about being flexible, adjusting your goals and actions as you gather more information and experience. And there's another important point we can take from when Sung Jin Woo was up against the system itself. Chae Hae-in and the others were doing whatever they could to somehow wake up. When Sung Jin Woo was hit with the memories of the Shadow Monarch, he was in a state of trance, but Chae Hae-in, Woo Chin-chul, Choi Jong-in, and the others had pulled up and were fighting with everything on the line to somehow wake Sung Jin Woo up. There's that scene where the architect asks Chae Hae-in about her relationship with Sung Jin Woo. She replies that he is a friend. This is about how even when you are quite literally solo leveling, you still need friends, the kinds who'd lift you up. We're talking about the importance of building a strong support system. In our personal lives, surrounding ourselves with positive influences can greatly contribute to our growth. Alright, so how about we recap all of this by breaking it down into simple, actionable steps? Well, here we go. You have to learn to bounce back. Life's gonna knock you down sometimes, just like how Sung Jin Woo pretty much lost his life both times he was in the double lair, but he didn't let that stop him. That's why, when you face setbacks, don't give in. Learn from them and keep moving forward. Next, don't forget to stick to the daily quests you are going to plan for yourself. Your body is the only home you'll ever fully own. You should make it a priority and focus on improving it every single day. Sung Jin Woo didn't become that guy overnight. He put in the work. He did those daily quests, and when he didn't, he took the penalty like a champ. Now, I'm not saying you need to be doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and running 10 kilometers every single day like him. That's pretty hardcore. But you can start small and build up gradually. Maybe begin with a 10-minute workout, a short jog, or even a physical sport that you can play regularly. The key is to make it a consistent part of your daily routine. Remember, physical fitness isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling good too. Regular exercise boosts your energy, improves your mood, and helps you handle stress better. Plus, as you get stronger and fitter, you'll feel more confident and capable of tackling any challenge that comes your way, just like how Sung Jin Woo's physical prowess allowed him to conquer increasingly difficult dungeons. And don't forget the importance of rest and recovery. Even Sung Jin Woo knew when to take a break and heal up before the next big battle. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, and listening to your body when it needs a break. So yes, start small, stay consistent, and watch as your physical body levels up alongside in this game of life maxing. Of course, it's also important to surround yourself with people who support and inspire you. Even Sung Jin Woo had people he looked up to and respected. He had Chairman Go Gun Hee and many more. Adding on to the steps, make sure to always improve and pick up new skills whenever you feel the need. You don't need to buy those sketchy online courses, but you can read relevant books and connect with mentors in real life. Make sure to adapt and strategize. As Stephen Hawking said, intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. Overall, don't make concessions you'll regret. Don't forsake your emotions, and don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, even Sung Jin Woo doesn't have a perfect winning streak, right? And with that said, guys, this is how you can glow up like Sung Jin Woo. What do you think? Do you agree that it's possible for you to have such a glow up? Come on, mention your vision for your ideal self. Let us continue this conversation in the comments section down below. Now, if you enjoy this type of content, then that subscribe button is your friend, and also check out the other videos, guys. If you're into Blue Lock, definitely check out our video on Isagi Yoichi and how he teaches you to win. Well then, with that said, I'll see y'all in the next video.